Good afternoon. I want to welcome the press and others here this afternoon for an exciting announcement for Kick4Life and our football club. I want to kind of go over the ground rules as we get started. The way I want to do this today is first I want to make a brief statement on and about the former coach, and then introduce our new coach, Lesly, and have him say a few words to you, and then we will take questions. So let me start by saying it was a mutual agreement, and we accepted the resignation of Donner as our former head coach here at Kick4Life. I'm not going to go into details. I'm not going to make a statement other than that it was a mutual agreement and that we accepted his resignation. I will let him, if he wants to talk about why he decided to leave, I'll let him cover that. But I'm in the business of looking forward. I'm in the business of looking at how we can build a better football team and how we can win matches. So without saying anything else, again, my name is Rhett Power. I didn't say that to begin with. My name is Rhett Power. I'm the country director here at Kick4Life. And now I want to introduce our director of football operations. Chris, come on up, and if you'd introduce the new coach, that would be great.
Welcome to Kick4Life Football Club. I've got the pleasure today of introducing you to our new head coach. I'm sure he doesn't really need any introduction. I'm sure you all know him very well. So I'm delighted to announce that our new head coach of Kick4Life Football Club is Lesly Nots'i. So obviously we're very excited here at Kick4Life to be able to bring in a coach of Lesly's calibre. You all know of his record. As soon as we knew we had to get a new head coach, Lesly was always my number one choice. And it didn't take long to be able to convince him to come here, which we're very excited about. I think we're going to open up now the floor for you guys if you've got any questions for us. Rhett's already here explained that we've got no more. We don't want to make any further comment on what's happened previously. But obviously, looking forward, if you've got any questions for Lesly or any of the rest of us here, either about Lesly's appointment or the weekend's game or the upcoming game, we'll be happy to take those questions. Thank you. Well, obviously, we always said at the start of the season that our aim this year was to make the top 8. That hasn't changed. That's still our target. I believe we're already in a good position. We're already in the top 8 at the moment, and now I think Lesly here is going to be able to take us forward. I'm excited about how far we can probably go now. But yeah, I mean, the targets don't change. Our target at the start of the season was the top 8, and Lesly might set his own targets, but that's still what we're aiming for as a football club.
And we're always looking for continual improvement, right? We always want to get better as a club and as a team, and I think that's obviously with his record and with his coaching background, we believe he's the right fit for that.
To be honest, I mean, you always plan for. I always think as management, you always plan for this scenario because coaches move on like players move on, like management move on. So I've always had in my mind if this scenario ever happened, who would be my main candidates. And like I said just now, Lesly was always number one on the list. So I spoke to Lesly before I spoke to anyone else, and I mean, literally, I think we spoke for about an hour and a half, and then a 7-minute phone call, and that's all it took. So, no, I mean, Lesly would say he was always top of my list, and it wasn't so much criteria. I just knew of Leslie's record. Obviously, he's worked with youth as well, and we also have a lot of young players here. His record with the national team, I'm sure you agree, was excellent. His record in the Super Premier League, but also his experience and his record working in South Africa as well. So he made the perfect candidate, really. My only fear was I thought I was probably being too ambitious calling him and seeing if he was happy to come here. But no, thankfully he was happy to come and be part of what we've got here.
No, I think like what Chris is saying, we are left with 3 games before the Christmas break. So during the window period, I think yes, we'll sit down with the management and see which areas needs to be beefed up.
I don't think it would take me too long to adjust, because I've also been attending matches on my own, the Premier League matches here at home. So I think it's not going to be too much for me to get into gear. The team having come into the Premier League about a year ago.
Yes, it's our second season.
Yeah, so I think they have done well in terms of not committing themselves or putting too high targets. They're taking one step at a time. I think that's the right way to go about it. The top 8, I think it's a decent position, target, and maybe other positions like top 4, I think it would be a bonus for us, as a young team still coming into the grips of the Premier League. So I think the top 8, yes, I think it's good, but the rest, we'll just take it one step at a time. We'll see. Football, we move. Always we are on the move. And I think after I parted ways with Mtata Bucks, now I think I'm on my 3rd month. I've recharged my batteries. Then when Chris approached me, I thought, no, because of the setup here, let me go give back, work with the kids. That's what I like. So I think maybe they came at the right time. No, I don't think it's a step backwards. I think it's the challenge is still the same. As a coach, you need to be productive in terms of winning, and also here I think, yes, they do want to win, but at the same time I don't think they are saying win at all cost. It's developing the game in the country. So I also want to be part of that, I've done it before, so I think time is due again that I should also contribute, And like I said earlier, we have always been talking about Lesotho growing as a footballing country. And one of the things that we really don't do much, it's developing. We always look at the end product. So the opportunity is here to start, maybe to also join, to see to it that we develop our football.
I think we said at the start, we're not really going to comment. I can't say much, but in terms of, what I will just say briefly, the relationship was always fine. For 2.5 years I worked with Donna. I loved every minute of working with Donna. We came to the Premier League together. We had a lot of ups, a few downs like everyone does in football, but there was never ever a problem with the relationship. I hope the relationship still continues now with Donna. It's from a personal point of view. I've always enjoyed working with him. So no, there's definitely no issue with relationships at all.
I would say go to coach and talk to coach and see if he wants to talk about why he decided to leave. We did accept his resignation, and that's all. I'll get into it. It's we don't talk about personnel matters. If he wants to talk about it, he's free to.
We're just going to present Leslie with a jersey. So if any of you want,
it doesn't fit.
Everything.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. There are no other questions.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Looking forward to that. See if anyone wants to do it.
¿Cómo se like this?